Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome to the worst writer in the world with me, Rufus, and my cheesy, bready, toasted friend. I am very low on ideas for this opening, you know. What can I think of? I know, cheese toasty, that would do.
Yeah.
He's a cheese toasty. You can eat him. It's how.
Hooray! Thank you very much for that actually topical introduction, because if you remember last episode, Archie was put in a cheese toasty maker at the very end. And
he was grilled.
He was grilled.
Yes, he
yeah.
was. And since we all know Archie is based on you, kind of attractive, but sad, old and drunk.
Old drunk hairy man.
Yeah, slightly out of shape, and loads of other versions of you coming from other universes who are in better shape. That's your life, isn't it? I mean, that's just
Right,
your
yeah.
life.
In as much as I'm like Archie, in as much as I am the worst possible version of me that there could be in a multiverse.
And the only time anyone propositions you for sex, they're sitting in a bath full of blood.
Yes.
Thank you to the British Comedy Guide for hosting this show. Thanks to all of our lovely patrons on Patreon for financing this show.
Thank you.
Financing this show. For financing this show. And thanks to you for listening to this show, for listening to this show, and for listening to this show.
Those are my favourite. The Ning people. I like the Ning people.
They are the best. All right, so Howard, do you remember what happened in the Collider show last week?
I do, because last episode was a game changer in point of fact, because last episode we discovered who the
All
true...
right, Stephen Moffat.
Thank you. We discovered who the true villain of the story is, and surprise, it's Penny. Child aside, kiddie side.
I can't believe. Penny did actually press a button that made a child explode. She knowingly pressed the child exploding button, which is a thought experiment, right? That's a thought experiment. The whole would you if there was a button that would save the world, would end hunger in the world, for example, or end inequality in some form, but if you press that button, obviously it fixes the world, but it also explodes one child. That's a thought experiment. That's a moral thought experiment that is meant to be impossible to answer, right? Would you press that button and knowingly murder one child to save the world? There's some famous story, right, about a utopian society that exists because one child is being made miserable. I forget what it's called. What's that?
It's called Collider by Howard Long.
No, it is, isn't it? Because in the story the child is being tortured, and in your story, Penny absolutely doesn't question it for a second. She doesn't engage with that thought experiment. She says, "Give me the button." There's no quandary for her. There's no difficulty in that impossible moral question. She loves blowing up kids.
Well, the problem with these philosophical thought experiments is that they're designed for, I don't know, like philosophy students. But if you give it to a regular person who's not interested in philosophy, they'll just be like, yeah, okay.
I don't think you've understood what they're not. A moral thought experiment is meant to shine light on a difficult question about existence that could be difficult for anyone. It's not just for philosophy students.
No, it's just for philosphy students. That's what they invent them for.
Because
if you ask a regular person, would you like a bowl of cereal,
child,
or would you like to murder a kid? They're going to be like, murder a kid, please?
They've murdered the kid. Hang on, I haven't even got to the thought experiment part yet.
Yeah.
I was going to say murder a kid if it solves world hunger.
Yeah.
You've already murdered the child. Howard, for goodness sake. All right, so anyway, the reason that Penny is blowing up children is because on B-World, children are all slaves and have to work pump jacks or something
She doesn't
with their
think
hands.
that's bad enough. She's going like, no.
There's not enough murder in this situation. Let's get some more murder in. No, but the convoluted plot that they have created
Yes.
means that by blowing up one child, they think they can save the world.
Yes.
And they don't actually spend a lot of time coming up with alternative plans to see if that's the only way to do it. They're just like, well, I've got an idea. What if we blow up a child and therefore save the world? Yes, that is a good idea. You blow up the child, and because I've not got a dirty soul yet. Okay.
Yes,
And, so
that's
I will
right.
stand next to you while you do it, and therefore I can go to heaven.
Yeah, the plot is to get the fire alarm to go off, so everyone will then vacate the building, and they can then go in. It's a good job that does actually work. Otherwise, they're going to be like going, "Oh, we need to blow up another kid."
Yeah, apparently these fire alarms aren't very sensitive, so we're going to have to send a crowd of children in. Otherwise, they're just not going to go off. They're not the type that go off when you burn toast. Oh, that'd be an idea. Maybe we should try that first. Here, what if we send a toaster in? What if we talk to that child and suggest that while he's in there, he makes some toast, and see if we'll give him a certain amount of time. We'll give him 10 minutes to burn the toast, and if he doesn't, then we'll blow him up.
Then we'll blow him up, yeah.
But at least we'll try one other thing first, rather than going straight to child exploding.
Yeah, they don't have time. They don't have time to burn toast. They've got to get straight on with murder.
Have they? Is it a race against time? Oh, there's a whole Archie subplot going on, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I suppose Archie's dad, Donald Children, knows.
Yeah, they do, because they saw it on TV. Colin said, you've got to come and give yourselves up within the next hour or something, or I'm going to kill your son and boyfriend, who's the same man, Archie.
That's right.
And they've gone, oh, that's bad. We should probably save him. Let's blow up a child. How is that going to save my son? I'm sure it will. If it's worth a try, isn't it? It's worth a try. How are we going to save my son? Why don't we try blowing up a child? That doesn't seem to make any sense. Yes, but we haven't got time to think of anything else. So quick, okay, but you do it, okay? Because I still have a pure soul, and you beat a man to death with a spade earlier. Okay, so you should do it. Okay. No, it didn't work.
Didn't work, yeah.
Save Archie. Well, what should we do now? Should we try a second child? Yes, let's do it. Maybe the trick is to do two.
If at first you don't succeed, try again blowing up children.
And so their whole plan is to get into Eon. That's where we left them, right? Trying to infiltrate the building of the evil corporation.
Because they want to check to see if that kid's dead, because if he's not, they want to finish him.
All right, let's find out how they're getting on, shall we?
Yes, please.
Interior Eon building B World. Penny and Don head for the emergency stairs because you can't use the lifts when there's a fire.
That's true.
A security door stands in their way. Penny uses her pass. The light flashes green and the door clicks. Ooh. Interior Eon stairwell B World. Don and Penny. I hope people aren't getting sick of that, because I'm still enjoying it. I hope after like 14 episodes or whatever it is, they're still on board with that joke. Because I'm not editing.
We've not really expanded on it much, have we? I mean, we could have done something else with it.
Don and Penny clatter hurriedly up the stairs. Don says, "This is me."
Yes, I know. We've met.
Go. Stay in contact. He tosses her a walkie-talkie. Now, here's the thing, right? Last night, I watched popular DC movie Shazam.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
You seen that?
No.
It's pretty good, yeah. I mean, like, as someone who doesn't really like DC movies, and it's nice to see them do one that's not dark, that isn't taking itself super seriously.
Yeah,
It's just kind of fun.
I saw the trailer and thought it looked enjoyable, but I don't really watch those movies anymore.
But right at the beginning, the main character is a kid, and he tricks some police to go into a shop, and then he locks them in so he can use their like their car computer to look someone up and find out their address.
Oh right, yeah, well, he's a genius.
And so they're locked in the shop, and they call back. They're like, "Send backup. There's a kid doing a thing or whatever." And then the kid in the car picks up the thing and says, "Oh no, ignore that last order." He's doing a deep voice. "Ignore that last order. A kid just got hold of my walkie-talkie." And on the other end, they go, "Walkie-talkie, how old are you?" Because he basically gets caught by using the phrase walkie-talkie, which apparently is something only a child would do. So anyway, back to the script. Don tosses Penny a walkie-talkie. And says...
That's what they're called, though.
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I last night watched that movie and therefore I was reminded of it.
Yeah.
All right. Don
I mean,
says...
if you ask, no, because the thing is, if you ask somebody how old are you, what you should actually mean is like, are you 60 or something? We don't call them walkie-talkies anymore.
Maybe
that's what we
the
used to
joke
do in
is,
the
I don't know.
80s. But here they're suggesting that kids call CB radios walkie-talkies and adults don't.
I don't know what they're called, but I think it's neither CB radio nor walkie-talkie. Anyway, Don says, I'll see you on the other side.
Wow, it's what, hell, presumably.
Yeah, Penny says, good luck. The siren ends.
Oh.
Quickly, they'll be returning. Don pushes out into the building and Penny continues up. All right, so Archie's in the furnace. Right, you may remember that the reason he's in the furnace is because he pretended to be the dead guy. He was in the torture room. He pretended to be the dead guy. So they shot the dead guy who they thought was Archie, and Archie's just like on the floor pretending to be dead. They took the two bodies to the furnace and put them in, but Archie was still alive, and he's still there now. Interior furnace. The whole floor is lit with blue flames.
Oh, no.
Archie stands on the body of the falling man. Wow, okay. He looks up. A long flue leads forever upwards.
Shit.
Wow. Interior, Eon Corridor, B-World. Penny hurries along past empty rooms. She reaches a security door. She uses her pass. The light flashes red.
What?
And the door says... You do not have security permissions to complete this operation. Penny says, fuck. Interior furnace. A fire rages. Smoke rises. Archie is in the flue climbing. Interior Eon Corridor, B-World. Massive God's voice. All right, now I'm going to try and do a massive God. I'm going to try and characterize this massive God. So the massive God says, eager to get back to work. Penny turns to find a massive guard stood behind her. He looks down on her with a frown.
Do you like my stilts?
And yet it's me, Spack Guard. But I just got some stilts and long trousers. Oh, I've always wanted to join the circus.
Would you like to see me juggle? I've got these 3 children's heads here, which I found outside. Somebody cut their heads off. I don't know who did that. And there was a note saying, I cut these kids' heads off. My name's Penny. I enjoyed it.
Oh,
but anyway, I just got their heads.
Whoever that person is sounds terrible. I'm glad they're not here. Anyway, yes, I'd love to watch you juggle children's heads. That sounds great. Anyway, he looks down on her with a frown and alert eyes. Penny says, yes. Massive God, who are you? You don't work here.
Ooh.
Penny says, visiting. Penny is figuring out how she can possibly fight this guy. Right?
Yes.
I reckon it's pretty easy because he's on stilts.
Yeah.
It's just set fire to his stilts.
Yeah. And so what's happening is like a thought bubble appears above her head, and like different versions of murdering this guy appear.
No, turns out the massive guard is not suspicious. He's horny because the massive guard says, shame. Like, shame she doesn't work there because it'd be like you can't have an affair with a visitor, but it's okay to date your colleagues.
Yeah, exactly.
In B-World. He smiles and Penny's relief is huge. He's not suspicious, he's just cracking onto her. It says it right there in the script. He's not suspicious, he's just cracking onto her. The massive guard says, here. He uses his security pass and the door glides open.
Where are you visiting from anyway? I'm a visitor from Antworld. That's the one before it, isn't it? Antworld, B-World.
B-World, C-World. Yeah.
C-World, that's got all the dolphins in it.
Yeah.
D-World, that's full of dogs probably. Dog World.
Dog World.
Antworld, B-World, C-World, Dog World.
E-World. Man, fucking brilliant. I'll go there every Friday night. Fucking E-World, brilliant. Anyway, on Friday, do you want to go to E-World with me? And then after we go to E-World, let's go to F-World. I think you know what I mean. Okay, yes, thanks. See you around. That is her line. He gestures for her to go first. Thanks, I'll see you around. And the massive guard says, I hope so. I hope we're going to go to E-World then F-World.
So he lets her through a door that she can't get through into a higher security area.
Yes.
But she still has her own pass. So presumably when she's in there, she won't be able to get out again, right?
Yeah. And also, he is a pretty terrible guard because she hasn't said anything. She hasn't even really flirted with him. He said, "You don't work here." And she says, "No, I'm a visitor." "No, that's probably why you can't get in this door, because your visitor pass won't let you." "I'll tell you what, I'll let you in without asking you any further questions, all right? But I do hope I'll see you again." "Yes, maybe."
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, he's got no reason to be suspicious of her because she's not a short child. I mean,
All right, okay.
oh, no, bad humans. They're only bad children.
All humans, whether visiting or employed, are
I forget
allowed through every door
I got confused
in
then
B-World.
and said humans because I forgot that children were humans too.
And I didn't notice.
But anyway, yeah, she's not one, so he's like, yeah, go through, that's all right.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
As long as you're not going to explode, you can go through into the next room. And of course, humans don't explode on B-World, only children do.
Only children do, not humans, yeah. No, I tell you what, oh no, we're in trouble because the massive guard, Penny says, "Thanks, I'll see you around." And the massive guard says, "I hope so, Miss." He looks at her pass to read her name. Her pass reads Stephen Jones. He frowns. She flashes him a smile, grabs his pass, shoves him backwards and bolts. Oh, so she shoved him backwards but grabbed his pass, the one that gets him through that door.
Yes, good.
And actually, it doesn't say she closes the door, but let's assume she closes the door.
Stephen Jones, eh? Steve. My name's Steve Scientist.
Yeah, that'd be great. He looks at her pass to read her name. Her pass reads Steve Scientist. Just so do that. Wait a minute. You should be called something like Mary Scientist, shouldn't you?
Yes.
Being a woman.
Yeah. Because the thing is, because she stole that pass, so there is actually someone who works there called Steve Scientist. But like, it's immediately suspicious when he sees it. Hold on.
Yeah.
You're them Steve Scientist. Scientist seems like a very unusual surname.
No, scientist is my job title. It's Steve, and that's my surname isn't. That makes sense. Sorry. Off you go, Steve. Thanks. Bye.
Nice to meet you. My name was Bob Security Guard. I think it was.
No,
not really sure.
No, nice to meet you. My name was Susan Security Guard. Anyway, bye.
Yeah.
Yes, bye, Susan. Nice to meet you. I tell you what, but that's not the weirdest thing. Earlier on, I met someone called Spack Man. He's not. He hasn't got a job. He's just a man. Alright, so Archie is still trying to escape the furnace before he burns to death, which feels like it should have happened a long time ago, but he seems to be okay so far.
Yeah.
It seems to be a very slow furnace, like a really old electric oven that takes about half an hour to get warm.
Yeah.
I think that's where they've put him. Interior, flue. Using all his strength, Archie pushes against the opposing sides to climb. His own sweat is making him slippy.
That's what. Who's out sweat would be? Right, who's there?
Whoever else is above him also trying to escape.
That's Phoebe Cates' dad.
Oh no.
Is above him, sweating profusely.
You know, I'm starting to think this was not the best surprise for my daughter.
And he's sweating profusely because he's got all this padding on, which is making him sweat a lot, right?
He's wearing a Santa outfit.
Yeah. Could you stop sweating on me, Santa? I'm not really
I'm not
Santa. Phoebe Cates' dad.
Phoebe Cates' dad. Tell her I love her. Tell her I was trying to surprise. Tell her Santa Claus doesn't exist. That's what I want her to learn from this experience. All right? The main thing I want her to take from this is that Santa Claus is not real, all right? But also, tell her to pick a moment to tell other people that carefully, all right?
He was trying to free her from the belief that Santa Claus exists by dressing up as him and dying in a chimney.
I keep telling her, but she won't believe me, so I'm just going to have to die in a chimney.
There's no greater service I could do for my daughter than to break my neck in a chimney just as Santa Claus.
She's going to be disappointed one day anyway. I might as well break my neck in a chimney.
So like fucking every morning I've been telling her, Santa Claus doesn't exist, right? It's not real. It's made up. But she wouldn't believe it. She wouldn't have any of it.
She won't
She wouldn't
listen.
have any of it. I had to take drastic measures, didn't I?
You know, I've always said, you've got to rip the Band-Aid off as quick as possible. And I tried that, just telling her, didn't work, so I'm going to die up a chimney. It's the only way. Otherwise, it's going to be a slow, painful. What I don't want, right, is when she's grown up, for her to still be thinking about Santa Claus and occasionally talking about it at moments of extreme tension when there's gremlins around. I don't want her to get in that kind of trouble, you know.
I know. My one concern is that, like, from this experience, she'll still think that Santa Claus exists, but she'll just think her dad doesn't. Which, to be fair, will be true, because I won't anymore, but...
Even if she doesn't realise that Santa Claus never existed, at least she'll think he's dead and no longer exists.
Yeah.
Because we don't know from that story whether she's saying he never existed or whether she's saying that that's how I found out that my dad was Santa and is now dead, and so now there's no Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
Which is a definite read.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing. I like the idea that she thinks that her father actually was Santa Claus. That's amazing.
And that's how I found out that there is no Santa Claus anymore, because my dad's dead.
My dad, Mr. Claus, died.
Yeah. I mean, do we know her surname in that movie? Is she called Kate Claus?
Yeah,
Is that a
definitely.
possibility? Kate Christmas?
Yeah, that. Her name's Kate Christmas. That's why she hates Christmas, because she's talking about her mum.
Yeah, she doesn't hate Christmas. She Kate's Christmas. She just misheard.
Yeah.
Because she mumbles a lot.
everything.
She mumbles a lot,
Oh, my
right?
God.
She's like, I hate Christmas. And she's like, you hate Christmas? Why do you hate? No, if you say you Kate Thanksgiving or you Kate Lincoln's birthday, everyone's fine with that. But say you Kate Christmas and everyone thinks you're a wet nurse. It's completely unfair.
Yeah.
So Archie is in the flue, in the chimney, right? The smoke from the burning corpse makes him gag.
No.
Archie's hands slip and he drops a few meters.
No!
He's trying to get out, but he's having a really bad time. Interior, Eon Corridor, B World. Penny bounds along, pursued by the guard.
Oh, no! So she didn't close the door then? She really did just,
No.
take his pass?
She took his pass and pushed him a bit and then ran away. She reaches another security door and uses his pass. The light flashes green, the door glides open. She steps through and spins to see the guard barreling down the corridor, about to reach her. She says, come on, come on. I don't think she's talking to the guard.
She is. Catch me!
Yeah. The door closes just as he reaches it and he slams into it.
Ooh.
She made it. Interior, slave tracking centre. B World. Walls of CCTV, computer consoles. Don is at work.
Just tracking some slaves.
Yeah, that
There's
is what he's
one.
doing.
There's another one.
There's one less.
I freed that one. Let's free some more. Yeah, Penny's had a really bad effect on this guy.
A slew of information is racing across the screen, and Don attacks the keyboard like a pianist playing Liszt in double time.
Yeah.
There is banging at the door. Don, who is typing away, looks over his shoulder to see a security guard mouthing at him through the glass. He flips him the bird.
Ooh.
The first two birds he flips go into a butcher's shop.
Cheers, blows.
I wonder what was going through young Howard's mind, like 11-year-old Howard's mind, when he was writing Jack's Turkeys and went, I better specify which butchers the two turkeys went into, brackets T.S. Blows.
Yeah. Because the best thing about Cheers, blows is I'd never heard of it until you read it. I've never heard of it.
Interior, corridor, Eon building, B World. Penny rounds a corner and reaches her destination.
Oh.
You have reached your destination.
Yeah, that's what she sounds like.
B World.
Welcome to B World. Whilst here, why not experience the delights of blowing up a child? Oh, I've already done that.
Already done it. Thank you. Penny rounds a corner and reaches her destination. She uses her pass, a green light flashes, and the door opens. Interior storage B world. A long room with doors at either end. The walls are lined with grey metal lockers. Ooh. Penny tries one. It's locked. Who knew?
Yeah, they are called
it says.
They are called lockers after all. They're not called unlockers. She tries an unlocker. It's not locked. Who knew? But there is a murderer inside. You die.
Her adventure is over. She spies the fire axe. The axe smashes open a locker.
Wow, it's magic.
Yeah. Shall I just say it as she does it so we don't have to be confused by it?
No, it's like I'm thinking it's Fantasia. It's like that Mickey Mouse Fantasia movie. She's just going like do.
Yeah. She spies an axe because it's dancing. No, I assume she uses an axe to smash open a locker. Inside are files. The axe smashes open another and another and another.
Wow.
But she's doing it, I think.
Yeah.
The contents spill out as Penny wrenches door after door open. Paper, gadgets, guns.
Guns?
Finally, she strikes gold. Transporters.
Wow, if she strikes gold, then like there's probably some corrupt politicians from A-World. They're going to want to come and get that. They're going to drill a hole in the universe and come and get that gold. That's what this movie's about, isn't it? Someone drilling to get stuff. It's about drilling.
Yeah.
What's really weird about this, of course, is that it is about drilling for oil, but it's about like I'm not content with just drilling for oil. I'm like, first of all, we're gonna drill through the universe to get to a different planet, and then when we get there, we'll do some more drilling.
Yeah, no, listen, I'll tell you what it is. Because it's not just drilling, it's also jumping. Right? Because if you just drilled for oil, that's just drilling. But first you jump to another universe, and then you drill.
Yeah.
And then you jump back with the oil. All right? So this script is 100% drilling and jumping at its core.
It is, yeah.
All right. So she just found transporters. She grabs a bunch of them and shoves them in her pockets. She puts one on her wrist and presses the on switch. A tiny red light winks. She presses on again. Nothing. She pulls another transporter onto her wrist and presses the on switch. A little red light winks. Does that mean they're all out of battery?
I don't know what it means. I've not read it.
No, you did write it though.
It means that it means stop, doesn't it?
It seems like they're not working for some reason.
Yeah, the red light's bad. Definitely red light is bad, right? That's why she's doing another one.
Interior flue. Archie can hardly bear to touch the metal with his hands. He screams as he climbs. Ugh! 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 That's what it made him. Ugh! Interior satellite control. Now, it says Zelda, but I seem to remember we recast her. So, Spac-Man pulls up infrared imaging of the furnace flue on screen.
Why does he?
The outline of a body climbing. And then Spac-Man says, Spac-Man. Because it's Zelda.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. So Spac-Man says, Spac-Man.
Brilliant.
And Spac-Man looks.
Yeah.
So Spac-Man's just telling himself to look at this. And then Spac-Man looks, his eyes widen. Spac-Man says,
Yeah.
And let's not forget, his ID says Spac and then man underneath. Because his job title is man.
Yeah.
And if Zelda hadn't been written out, hers would have said Zelda woman. Okay. But now hers also says Spac.
Yeah, they all do. Everyone who works there has to have that.
All right. So Spac-Man says, Mom, Moreau and Collins turn and see the images. Collins, can you do fucking nothing right? Tucker and Burbank leap to action. I guess he was talking to them.
Like, what's going on? I mean,
Because Tucker and Burbank are supposed to have killed him.
Why are they looking? Why are they even looking at infrared in a chimney flue? And also, if you are doing when it's on fire, how are you seeing anything? I mean, it's fucking going to be like just red all the way.
Yeah. No, this chimney flue is very red.
It's not picking up human.
Should we be worried about how red this?
It's not going to pick up human body heat, is it?
So Tucker and Burbank leap to action because it was their job to make sure Archie was dead, and now they know he isn't. Interior storage B world. The little light on the transporter winks red. Penny says, What? Work, god damn it! Penny hears footfall approach. She hits the door button and the door slides shut.
Nice.
Outside, the massive guard's face appears, peering angrily in. Penny sees him calling to someone else, and presently a second guard comes hurtling into view. No, the second guard. You're right, first guard. Interior, Eon Corridor, B World, continuous. As Penny runs, she yells through her walkie-talkie. Dawn! Dawn! Interior Slave Tracking Center, B World. Dawn is hard at work trying to shut down the tagger system. Outside, guards have a battering ram and are trying to break the door down.
Why didn't we use a key? No, the key. What's going on?
SPAC 2, aren't you supposed to have the key? No, I'll give it to SPAC 3. I asked SPAC 3 to go, don't blame me, it's not my job to keep hold of the key. I'm the battering ram at SPAC. They call me SPAC Ram sometimes. They call me SPAC Ram.
Spackering Ram, yeah. Spackering Ram.
All right, so Penny's voice. Don, answer me, damn it. So what we're hearing now is, like, we see Don, he's still in the control room, and he's hearing Penny's voice over the walkie-talkie.
How old are you?
No, good point. Penny's voice says, it's not working, it's just flashing red. It may take a moment to boot. Interior, Eon Corridor, B World. Continuous. So anyway, we're going to see Penny, but we're going to continue with the same conversation.
Wow.
So then Penny says, are you fucking kidding me? Is it a fucking PC? They're after me. Then run. Where? In the opposite direction. And Penny says, fuck you. Penny spies the fire stairs and crashes through. Interior, Eon Stairwell, B World. Looking down, that's Penny, sees a contingent of guard hurrying up.
A contingent of God?
That's what it says. That's what it says.
Just
trying out some words.
I don't know what a contingent is.
Interior flue. Archie struggles towards the daylight. So close now, but the exit at the top is blocked by a grill.
Another grill.
Fucking hell.
Grills
Everywhere I turn, there's a grill.
Still, at least there's like a burger.
Yeah, at least he's got a snack before he dies. Yeah.
Oh, lovely, like an egg and some bacon. Why'd you put egg
Oh,
on?
lovely grilled egg. Lovely grilled egg.
He's Australian.
Brilliant. I was just, I'm inches away from death, but I was just thinking, you know what? If there's one thing I can have before I die, well, my last meal, if someone asks me, what do you want for your last meal? It'd definitely be a grilled egg. Can I have a grilled egg? No! Of course you fucking can't.
Listen.
What about a toasted egg? A toasted egg? No, of course not.
If you're listening to this home and you have experienced a grilled egg, do write in and tell us about it. You could grill an egg if you put
With
the egg
pictures.
on top of some bread and then put that under the grill, and it would grill the egg on some toast.
Do write in and send us pictures of your grilled eggs.
Yeah, grilled egg challenge. We'd like to see your best attempts at making a grilled egg.
Send in your success or failure of trying to grill an egg.
It's going to be a failure.
It's very likely.
Because you can't grill an egg.
But all I'm really saying is that even if you fail, please do still send us pictures.
Yes. Unless you just leave it in its shell.
Is that a grilled egg or just a hot egg?
Well, it's going to have like black lines on it, isn't it? It's going to be a hot grilled,
I'm not sure it is.
Egg.
I don't think it is.
Well, if it's been under a grill, it's grilled, right?
Those black lines don't come from the grill. They come from the hot thing it goes on. That's not like, because the fire's making black lines on it. That's something that's unique to meat.
No, it's it's barbecued, I suppose, and it's barbecued egg.
So at the moment, Archie is trying to escape the furnace, and Penny is trying to get transporters from Eon.
Right.
All right, let's see how they're getting on. Interior, Eon Stairwell, B World. Shots fire out from below as
interesting,
Penny
'cause,
hurtles up the...
It's interesting that only some of the things are in B World, like that flue for some reason. I don't think that was in B World.
And the stairwell.
He's not in B world, is he? He's in A world.
Is he? Because
Yeah.
Tucker and Burbank, it says interior stairwell Eon. Are they not in B world either?
No, they're in A world. Yeah, that's right. This is the same building in A world and
they?
B world. They're running up the stairs of A world to stop Archie taking the lid off of the flu.
Right, so Archie and Penny are not in the same world at the moment.
No, yeah, but they're in the
Shit,
same building.
I'd forgotten that.
I had as well.
The same building so we are watching the same building in two different worlds, and we're watching Penny and Tucker and Burbank run up the stairs.
Yeah.
But in different worlds.
Yes.
And occasionally we're watching Archie and his grilled lid.
Confusing. It's a good job I decided to insult myself for forgetting to write B world in that section where I didn't forget to write B world and it wasn't B world.
Yeah. Interior Eon stairwell B world. Shots fire out from below as Penny hurtles up the stairs and towards the exit. Exterior Eon roof B world. Penny crashes out into a maze of vents, pipes, etc. Penny's transporter is still winking red. Penny says, fuck, fuck, fuck. She skirts off.
Ooh, she's sexy. Well, she's upstairs now. She's on the top floor, so the skirt's coming off.
Oh, no.
Pissing is about to occur, right?
Henry Rollins says, Penelope Kellepy.
Yeah.
No one else could smell so sweet. But I mean, it must mean she takes her skirt off, because to skirt off is not that's not a phrase. No one says, oh, he skirted off. Right? That's not a phrase, is it? She skirts off and hides behind a large ventilation fan unit. She hears the door clang open and the guards emerge.
Ooh.
And the first guard says, Bates, Stringer, take that side. But Stinson, come with me.
Oh my
There's some great guard names going on here. We've got Bates, Stringer, and Stinson. Now, are they kids you went to primary school with?
Okay, I definitely went to.
'Cause
I
usually
definitely went to school with Joanne Stinson. Yeah,
Boots on gravel, red. Now, I think the red is, we're looking at
the winking
Penny's transporter.
Transporter.
Right? So we can hear boots on gravel. We see red. Getting closer, red. Almost upon her, red.
Oh!
Dot, dot, dot. And it's green. She falls.
Ah.
And she's on the roof, right? So that's worrying. No, be more specific at this moment of tension, Howard. Did she fall off the roof, or did she go to A world?
Well, no, it's wrong, isn't it? That sequence is wrong. What's supposed to happen is she's there, and as they turn the corner, she's not there, and then you go, she's fallen. Like, yeah, we don't watch her fall or see it turn green.
Anyway, exterior Eon roof, and it doesn't say it, but I'm going to say it to make it clear to all the listeners. A world. Penny drops several feet onto the gravelled roof. She immediately hears banging and swearing nearby. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Fucking shit balls. Fuck. Daring to investigate, she finds Archie trying to headbutt the grill off the top of the flue.
Ow, no wonder he's swearing. Yeah, would be.
Penny says, Archie, stop doing that. You're going to kill yourself. Penny unhooks the grill and lets it crash to the floor. She helps pull Archie from the flue and they collapse in a heap, Archie breathing heavily. Wow, that was lucky. If she hadn't happened to transport from another universe into that exact place, at that exact moment, Archie would have been grilled to death.
He would be a dead grill boy. He'd be dead grill boy. That's what they'd call him. Good job it was easy to unhook it.
Penny says, You're okay, thank God. Penny, we've no time. Listen. Archie holds up the watch.
Oh no, not the watch.
Oh, that's his countdown to the end of the world watch. The collider, it made a hole.
Yeah.
But it's cracked. It made a cracked hole, and it's about to fall apart. Everything, everyone, reality is about to collapse.
Shit.
We've got less than 30 minutes to stop it. Theme tune. Not that theme tune.
Oh, sorry.
I was thinking more our show theme tune rather than randomly playing Gremlins for no reason.
Oh, I thought like the theme tune of the movie. I thought like it was like one of those movies where they wait a really long time before they do the credits, the start credits.
Yeah, and we have just got out of a chimney that Phoebe Cates' dad is dead in.
That's true.
So I suppose it does make sense to play Gremlins theme tune.
Yeah, I think they should play that over a lot of movies. think it would make any dramatic chase sequence or something much better.
Yeah, and also, but before they do, they should always show a skeleton in a chimney and not say why. So Archie says, we've got less than 30 minutes to stop the end of the world. Stakes established.
Finally on page 100.
Penny tries to take this in. She nods. Okay, how? So she's accepting. Archie says, the world's going to end in 30 minutes. We've got to stop it. And Penny says, all right then. Okay, let's do it. But how are we going to stop the end of the world? Archie says, we blow the fucker up.
The world? I think that would stop it. We're gonna beat it to it. You know, that world wants to end, we're going to end it before it can. That'll teach it a lesson.
Let's see the world end when it's already ended.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Yeah, we win.
Yeah, again, he's just too much smoke inhalation has really messed with him.
They hear the door clang open. Tucker is here.
Oh no.
Archie says, shit. They crawl away from the flue. They keep dead still as Tucker passes within an inch of them. Well, he must be blind. I mean, an inch is very small. That's like 2.5 centimetres, metric people.
Okay, well,
that's very close.
Sure, but he might be really, really tall. You're right.
And what, like his head's above the clouds, so he can't see them.
So when he looks down, he just can't see anything.
Tucker finds the grill from the flue on the floor. Well, that was a sentence. It's like a tongue twister.
It's like Dr. Seuss turned up for a second to write for the movie.
Tucker cocks his gun and cautiously searches for Archie. And while Tucker is cautiously searching for Archie, Archie foolishly speaks and says, we need to get to the door. But the door clangs again, heralding the arrival of Burbank.
Oh, right, yeah, he's slow.
Heralding. Out of breath, yeah, he is, yeah. Penny says, shit. Burbank looks around. I think I heard someone say shit just then. He probably says. No, he doesn't. Burbank says, Tucker, he's here somewhere. Stay by the door. Burbank draws his pistol. Archie, there's only 2 of them. A troop of guards arrive.
Oh, famous last words.
Burbank, sprint out. Archie and Penny are screwed. Oh, Jesus.
I told you that's what was happening on this roof.
That was unexpected.
Come on, no, they're on the roof. Come on.
No, Archie and Penny are screwed. There's no way they can get off this roof. It's covered in guards. Burbank's in front of the door. There's nothing they can do. But Penny says, what if we jump? Archie, what? I mean, I know it's a difficult situation and everything, but no, she's just doing what he suggested. He's put this idea in her head, right? It's like, listen, the world can't end if we've already ended it. And she, yes, and they can't shoot us if we've already committed suicide.
Yeah,
we're on the same page at last. Let's do it.
This is brilliant. It's good logic, actually, because they really can't. Well, I suppose they could.
If they're good shots, like if it's a tall building, Tucker could lean over and shoot them mid-air.
Yeah.
I gotcha. You can't commit suicide when I'm on watch.
Yeah.
And then Tucker should have a sad story to tell Burbank. He's like, I hate suicide. My dad committed suicide. On Christmas Eve, he dressed up as Santa Claus and got in the chimney and died there. Yeah. And I assume it was suicide because who would do that? Who would do that unless they wanted to die? And so I really hate people who commit suicide, and so I always shoot them before they can.
Maybe her reasoning is, since the world's going to end and everyone's going to die, there's going to be a big fucking queue when you get to the pearly gates. So it's like, if we go now, we're gonna skip the 7 billion people queue.
Penny holds up her wrist, displaying the transporters. Penny says, jump, and just before we hit the ground, fall. Would we? I mean, now hang on. Now we don't know if the jumping, falling doesn't
jumping.
Stop. Falling, like crossing universes, creates more falling. Right? What she's saying is, if we jump off the building and then use the transporters, the building will be slightly higher, and therefore will definitely die. But we'll die on B-World, and that'll scupper Tucker's plan, won't it?
Yeah, she's an idiot. She doesn't know what she's talking about. But fortunately, Archie is like a physicist or something, so he'll say, no, that's a stupid idea.
No, he says, the crossover would negate the drop. Penny says, would it? And Archie says, fucking no idea. That's the words. Fucking no idea. Still, what else are we going to do? Let's try it.
Yeah.
Everything we've experienced points to no. Interior Slave Tracking Centre, Bee World.
Who let all these bees in the slave tracking centre? Did somebody mention bees? Michael Caine, what are you doing here? I don't know. Just somebody said bees.
Just bees. I'm here to do bee things. Anyway, I think we should tempt them out to sea and blow them up with a nuclear bomb.
Is that
What do you think? Will that solve your bee problem? That's what happens
the plot, right?
in the Bee movie. What's the movie called? The Swarm. In The Swarm with Michael Caine that we watched, and we had to do it in several shifts because it's
3
really
hours
long.
Yeah.
All right. As the door begins to buckle from the attack from without, Don finally finishes his task.
Ooh.
The computer says, Tagger system going offline. So I don't know if you remember, but Spackman programmed the computer with his own voice.
Yeah.
On screen, thousands of red trackers blip out of existence.
Oh, shit.
Wow. What's actually happening here is when it says the red trackers blip out of existence, it means on screen, right? Like you can see, you've got a screen showing where all the kids are. So if all those lights go off, I'm not sure if that means that Don has succeeded in his objective or really, really badly failed and just pressed the explode all kids button.
I think
right?
he did.
And that's why the red lights have gone out, because those kids are no longer alive.
I think the whole reason he's done this is because like he really wanted to blow that kid up earlier, and like Penny was like, I want to kill that kid. Let me do it.
Yes.
So he's like making up for lost time by killing all
the kids. Wow, yeah, okay. Exterior Bee World.
Woof, 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 woof.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This isn't Bee World. This is D World. In the refineries, in the mines, out on the oil fields, the taggers power down. The green lights fade to nothing.
So you're just laughing about how bad Doctor Who is.
I'm gonna edit this so it just starts with me saying that line, and then you just saying that out of nowhere. Like you just start laughing, and then you say it's because of her.
Fair enough, that's all right. Go for it. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, well, much as I'd like to spend an hour talking to you about how bad Doctor Who is, let's try and focus on the exciting Howard Long script, which is not rubbish, right? So the taggers click harmlessly over. I'm just laughing at you, laughing at how rubbish Doctor Who is.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so the taggers click harmlessly open and drop off the slaves. Everywhere, the clatter of thousands of taggers falling to the ground. The guards look terrified.
Boo!
But hang on, the people turn on the guards. They've become people. They're not children anymore.
Yeah, because the taggers were making them young. when they take the taggers off, they suddenly grow. That's why Lacan was like, kind of like, his tagger is not working. He's too tall.
Yeah, shoot him. He's got a big look.
His shortifying tagger is not working.
Now it says the people turn on the guards. These are adults, all right? And it says the rebellion has begin. The rebellion has begin. The guards open fire. Oh no.
Hooray!
Exterior, Eon roof. Tucker is nearing Penny and Archie's hiding place. Penny says, I'm fucking terrified, Archie.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she says. I'm fucking terrified, Archie.
That's your on-the-nose dialogue right there.
Yeah. Just in case the actor who plays me isn't very good at acting terrified. Just in case she is rubbish and can't pull this off. I better just say what I am.
Archie!
I'm fucking terrified, Archie.
I'm on a roof and terrified, Archie. I'm on a roof feeling terrified too, Penny.
But Archie says, ditto that.
Ah.
Catchphrase. He has said that 3 whole times now.
Ooh, well, that's all you need for it to be a catchphrase. If he said it more, it would be annoying. I mean, it's already annoying as far as I'm concerned. But I mean, like, imagine if he was saying it all the time, every 10 pages, he'd be like, shut the fuck up, Archie.
All right, so Penny and Archie are on the roof, on the Eon roof, hiding from the baddies. Ooh. And they just came up with the amazing plan of jumping.
Yay!
Right? They're going to save themselves by jumping. Archie, I think the answer to all our problems might be jumping. Yeah, I think you might be right there, Penny. They're going to jump off the roof.
I mean, there's not many problems in life that can't be solved by jumping. That's what I always said, and I stand by that.
You're just proving yourself right here. Fair enough. All right. They bolt for the side. Tucker, from his position, spots them flit by. He pursues. Penny reaches the edge and takes a leap of faith, which is an Indiana Jones thing, right?
Yeah. Are you saying that, like, you think that before Penny takes that leap of faith, that she should
Throw some sand.
should kneel and forward roll before God?
I think she should kneel and forward roll before God.
Yeah.
And then she should throw some sand before
Yes.
making a leap of faith, which is actually not a leap of faith, it's a walk in on some sand.
Yes, because you've cheated and you've not taken a leap at all. You've just gone, hold on a second.
It's a walking on an optical illusion, which you've got to assume doesn't really work from the angle he's standing at.
But I mean, it's all fucking irrelevant once one person's done it.
Yeah, because the bad guy, like once Indy's gone through and done all the things, he's just like, I'll just walk through.
Yeah.
But then unfortunately he goes into the last room and he's like, I'll have the big cup, please.
Yes.
And then he doesn't
Yeah, and he
go.
goes like, yeah, you go first.
Yeah, he should have gone, Indiana Jones, this seems like another test.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go first because you've done very well at these so far.
Yeah.
Oh, you think don't have the big gold mug? Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Oh, I'll do that as well.
Jesus would have a wood one because he's a carpenter.
Yeah, all right. I'll have that now. I'm immortal, but I have to stay here in this cave.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's not as good as I was expecting, actually. But at least I'm not a skeleton. On the bright side, I'm not a hairy skeleton, which is the other option.
You can leave, though, can't you? You can leave. You're
Yeah,
just not
Indiana Jones
immortal.
leaves, but he's then not immortal, but he's not a skeleton. You've got three choices. You can, 1, stay there forever and be immortal. 2, leave and not be immortal. Or 3, be a hairy skeleton.
Yes.
And that's why the first guy, the old knight, he's like, you chose poorly.
I mean, that is the worst choice, right?
I gave you 3 options. You
literally chose the worst. Yeah. There were actually 12. There were 12 choices. I hadn't even got to 4 through 12 yet. You chose hairy skeleton.
Number 4, be a dog.
Yeah.
Number 5, don't be a dog.
Well, one of the choices is, fill up a load of like water bottles with super magic water and take them home, right? Because then, like, if you do get injured, you can just pour it on yourself.
Right.
And apparently
yeah,
that works,
because
right, doesn't
it does work outside the room, doesn't it? On what's his name? Yeah. That's a good option. Have some super magic water.
Yeah,
you're not immortal, but if you get shot, you're okay.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go for skeleton.
Yeah.
Hairy skeleton.
Hairy skeleton, please.
Hairy skeleton. You chose.
Is to Chris Tarrant there going, is that your final choice?
I'm giving you a chance.
I'm certain.
Are you sure you don't want to rethink that?
I'm certain.
Yeah,
I'm
Hairy
definitely with D. Hairy skeleton. Yeah.
You chose poorly. Oh, what a surprise! My hairy skeleton.
Yeah.
Should have been expecting it. I mean, you said that very thing. Yeah. Right, Indiana Jones. Would you like A?
I'm gonna be a hairy skeleton. Oh, no.
Now think about this then. A, live forever and stay here. B, don't live forever, go home, be normal. C, take some water in some plastic bottles and if you ever get shot, you'll be fine. Or D, hairy skeleton.
B.
Are you sure? Because C seems like a pretty good one, right? C? Anyone
Seems
thought,
like a trap.
Anyone thought about C?
Seems like a trap.
No, these are real answers. You're going for B. Okay, well, I guess...
Maybe take a little bit to cure my dad from bullets.
Okay, here, you chose averagely. Everyone knows we're talking about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Did we ever mention Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, or did we just start talking about hairy skeletons and hope they'd keep up?
I mean, who hasn't seen and is very familiar with the idea of a hairy skeleton?
I don't know if you can remember the last line we read, but it was, Penny reaches the edge and takes a leap of faith.
Oh, explains that. Big
Archie.
Conversation about fucking Indiana Jones.
Archie is on her heels.
Wow.
But Tucker appears and shoots.
Oh, shit.
Archie takes a bullet in the shoulder blade. Exterior mid-air. Penny falling. As the ground comes up to meet her...
Hi.
Hey, I'm Mr. Ground. What's your name?
Looking forward to see you.
What's your name? Oh, that's always the way, isn't it? It's always the way. You think you've met someone new and interesting and suddenly they're a pancake on you. Bloody gravity. Bloody people gravity.
People gravity. That means you float on Mars. You've changed your story.
No, that's what it's always been,
It's always been that way.
People gravity means you float on Mars. People gravity wavity,
Hey,
okay?
just don't exterminate me, okay? I'm just telling you what I learned at Gallifrey School.
Yeah. Okay, what do you want to know next?
Yeah, don't exterminate my grill.
Hey, don't be exterminating me all up in my grill.
What are you talking about, Doctor?
Hey, don't be exterminating me up in the grill, okay? It's pretty straightforward.
Stop putting Daleks up my grill and exterminating me, okay?
Don't exterminate me up the grill with a Dalek, okay? Okay, I've got to go now, okay?
What are you talking about, Doctor?
Don't ask me questions, okay? You know how my explanations go. It's don't exterminate me up the grill with a Dalek. Won't exterminate me up the will with a Warlick wee.
That's the thing, is that, like, don't exterminate me up the grill, right, is as good an answer as anything he's given in the past 10 years.
Or ever.
Yeah, or ever, yeah. Reverse the polarity of the neutron.
Exactly, it's always pretty weak.
Listen, Liv, don't exterminate me up the grill. Okay. Doctor Who?
Okay, then.
Yes, by them Doctor Who, yeah. Don't exterminate Doctor Who up his grill. You see what's written on the TARDIS? Just police public call box.
Yeah, on the other side.
I haven't got around to changing it yet.
Look at the back.
Hold on a second, let me do it. Okay, what does it say now? Just don't exterminate
What does it say now? I've sat on that duck.
Just don't exterminate me up the grill.
Yeah, that's on them. Yeah. Exactly. Who was right? It was me. Yeah. Alright, who was wrong? Put your hand up if you were wrong, Liz. Put your hand up if you were wrong, Liz.
How am I going to put my hand up? Oh, my hands are in the air.
Yeah. I'm glued.
Travel back and don't glue your hand in there.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Petty Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Who's just constantly trying to win points, meaningless points, and uses time travel to win every argument. What did I say, Liz? You said I was right. No. Doctor Who, you remember how you said you'd do the dishes?
I finished the dishes, Doctor.
Yeah.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this penultimate episode of Collider. We'll be back next week with the final episode, because that's how penultimate things work, right?
Right. Yes, it is. That's true. This is, wow.
Next week is
we're
the
going to
last.
find out what
next
happens.
week's the last one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
exciting.
exciting, right? Because I'm really invested in these characters, and I really understand what's going on, and I hope no more children get blown up.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I'm very much team blow up children. Not enough children died in this episode I just heard, so I'm hoping they're going to make up for it in the final episode by killing all of them.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, they might, right? Penny might be like, the only way to save B-World and to save all the children is to make them all explode. So, oh, there you go. Okay, we win.
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, it would stop them getting all the oil out of B-World, because
Yeah.
apparently to get the oil out of B-World, you need a load of kids with levers.
Yeah.
This week is therefore your last chance to enter our Spac-Man cosplay or art challenge competition, which we will maybe judge next week on the end of next week's episode. We'll have a look at those 3 people who entered.
Yeah, 3 people.
See what we think of them.
3 people who are all going to get themselves a Collider badge, a very limited
Wow,
edition
cool.
Collider badge.
And that's a Pac-Man themed Collider badge, right? Because
Yeah.
it's got Pac-Man on it for reasons
Yes.
that we now understand. All right. If you would like more thrilling audio and video content by us, then you can join our secret gang on Patreon for as little as $2 a month. That'll give you access to things like the live streams that we do regularly, the Secret Gang podcast, which is exclusive to our patrons, and things like the Mr. Fluck cast. That's something that happens sometimes.
Absolutely.
And just all kinds of other
much
things.
stuff. And if you haven't joined yet and you haven't donated anything to us and you've listened to a lot of this show, shame on you. Shame. Shame. I'm trying a new tack.
Yeah, okay.
Publicly shaming them.
I think when you publicly shame people,
Yeah.
you have to use their name. Just
Okay.
going up to strangers in the street and going, shame, I'm publicly shaming. That's not what that means. So what we need to do is we need to pick a listener. Okay, so John.
Steve. Okay.
John Steve. Yeah,
John Steve, yeah.
All right. Listen to me, John Steve. You've been listening to this show for 4 years now for free. And you've never joined our wonderful secret gang, which is not only a good way to thank us for all that free content, but it's also actually quite a simple financial transaction where you give us a small amount of money and we give you loads of stuff for it. So it's actually just like using a shop. So if you think that the best way to thank people who do stuff for free for you, if you move house, right, and all your friends come round and help you get all your friends to help you and they do it for free, and then afterwards the way you say thank you is by buying yourself a car, right? Then our Patreon is for you. Yeah. Because that's what you're doing. You get loads of free stuff and then you buy some other stuff.
Yeah.
And also that car, you got a really good deal on that car. You got like a brand new Porsche for like £8.
£8 Porsche, yeah.
That's a really good price. So if you're that kind of person, then you should absolutely sign up. Or if you're the kind of person who likes entertainment or good value for money. But if you're John Steve and all you want is free stuff for free and you want to miss all the really good stuff because you don't want to pay $2 for it, then you shouldn't. All right, John. Anyway, and now finally, do your quick public shaming of John Steve.
Shame.
Do I bet he's feeling really bad right now, really, really embarrassed and really shamed. But I hope everyone else is feeling really good and is having a nice new year in this dystopian hellscape where we live.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye, Mill.
Bye-bye, Mill.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.